the last man standing is going to have a heel injury because John Cena is going to beat Ryback. And why? It's
Hmm.
because they are going to do it to feed John Cena somebody. They might as well feed him Ryback because they're making him lose every single match. It's ridiculous. How can you
Yeah.
take somebody and he gets a push to the main event against CM Punk at Hell in a Cell, and everybody's really excited about it, and it's this big brand new thing and all that, and it's somebody that you wanted to get over, and he gets over, and yeah, you don't want to have him win the title. I understand that, and you screw him over. I mean, it makes sense. It keeps him looking okay and all that. But then you do it pay-per-view after pay-per-view after pay-per-view in matches that don't mean anything. Now, if you didn't want him to win the Royal Rumble, you can have him lose the Royal Rumble. I mean, that's not a huge deal. But does he need to lose multiple matches against the Shield that serve no purpose other than putting him on the card?
You could have even put him into the Elimination Chamber match, at the pay per view after. They didn't have to do this to him. They didn't have to take away every little bit of his character and strip him down. As I've talked about in my Nerd Genius article, and as I'm going to talk about on my Rewriting the Book episode about this, he is a character he's got he had a lot of babyface heat. He was someone that could have been a champion. Even if he wasn't WWE champion, he could have gone for the World Heavyweight Championship. They had other options, and they didn't need to go the direction that they've done. So now what's happened is he's now facing a situation with Cena where they're going to end up either. I felt, as I've stated before with Payton and yourselves, now as I've stated on numerous episodes, if they kept it as a normal match and had Ryback win by disqualification, it could have lengthened the feud and it would have given him that win that he sorely needed, and also helped establish his heel run. What it looks like they're going for is the whole John Cena underdog situation, which means that John
Gets his
Cena
ass beat, comes back in the end, somehow finds a way to pull off the victory, wins,
Mhm.
retains title.
Does one attitude adjustment on top of like the stage or something, and that's it.
exactly
Threw the announce table off, the steel steps.
they're giving the whole John Cena shtick the same storyline that they always tell with Cena, where his back is against the wall, and it's going to cost Ryback. It's going to cost him dearly, especially with the type of match. It's a last man standing match. Do you believe
the heel
that you'll
turn
see
wasn't doing him
Ryback?
any favors to begin with?
Does anyone actually think Ryback is going to win the WWE
No,
Championship in a last
absolutely
man
not.
standing match?
Nope.
Anybody?
No.
No, Cena's retaining 100%.
I'd like to. I mean, in the long run, it makes sense for Ryback to win because I've always thought that you get more money out of a face chasing the heel than you do a heel chasing the face. It would make sense, especially given the fact that it fits more into WWE's booking style, the way they've beaten down Ryback so much and then all of a sudden just given him a title win. They've done that with so many other stars. It almost feels like I almost expect Ryback to win, given how they've built him up. I don't know.
I will say this. I would put my stock in a John Cena win for this, just because, like you're saying, it's something they do time and again. They make him look weak, and he overcomes the odds again and again.
The injury of the ankle.
However, I still hold on deep to the little wrestling fan inside me that just watches this just to enjoy it, just to enjoy the match that's going on. I don't need to break it down of what someone's ring work is. I don't need to break it down to what their mic work is. I could just watch this show and enjoy it. And that part of me believes that this is not 100% guaranteed for John Cena. I believe that there is a very good chance Ryback could win it. Now, I don't think it's a high possibility, but there's always a chance, and I always believe in those chances because it's what keeps it interesting. I mean, years ago, people had a very, very, very similar attitude to when Sheamus was going into the match against John Cena. I kept my attitude, and I was so much happier with Sheamus coming out of the victory there because I had that little bit of me that was supporting him in that match.
My brother supported him too. He believed, Sheamus is actually going to pull off the upset. You watch, and I'm like, fuck, yeah, right. And like they're going to give the title to him that early or whatever. He's a rookie. He's definitely just going to get fed, put through a table, whatever. I mean, I was 100% wrong. My brother was right. So as Peyton shows, even though you think something's 100% positive, sometimes it's not the case. The Shield at Elimination Chamber is another perfect example of him doing the same thing there. He's 100% right. We were all wrong.
We were completely wrong about that, and I hope that we're in a situation like that. When it comes to the Sheamus thing, I remember at the time I was sitting there going, they're pushing this guy way too fucking fast, and they're going to give him the fucking championship. I know it. And then when it happened, I was just like, you got to be kidding me. Like, if you're going to give him the title, you can't at least have him just beat the champion ass to win by a fluke. Like, I don't want him to win the title from John Cena in the first place. But if you do, it makes it a cheap thing. Like, I hated that so much. But I think that there's no shot whatsoever at Ryback winning this unless there's some kind of weird thing that happens. Like, it turns out that John Cena wanted to give Ryback the title or something really fucking weird. I don't think there's a chance at all, because if he would have been too injured and they would have needed to get the championship off of him, they wouldn't have had him wrestle. And I think that this is a situation where they went, Punk's gone, we don't really have a whole lot of top heels because we spent the past 5 months pushing everybody aside because it was just all about The Rock and CM Punk and Brock Lesnar a little bit. We don't have anybody else to depend upon, so who are we going to do? Well, we could always turn Ryback heel. Yeah, all right, let's just do that. And then Cena will beat him, and then we'll have Ryback either have a rematch at Payback and lose that too, or Ryback comes out on Raw and starts a feud with somebody else, like Sheamus.
This whole thing smells like it smells like WWE 07. You remember that run during the summer of 07 when Cena was just plowing through guys left and right?
Was that when he was beating Umaga and Kali
and Bobby Lashley?
WWE title reign, yes.
God, I hated that run. That just infuriated me.
I could see that being this.
Apparently, a lot of people think that this next title reign is going to be one to match that. That he's going to have a really, really long run with the belt. And I guess this is the pay-per-view. We'll find out how dominant the run's going to be.
He was supposed to hold on to the title for much longer back in 07. I mean, the only reason he even lost it to Randy Orton was because of the shoulder injury.
He didn't technically lose it to him. He relinquished the title because he couldn't defend it, and then Orton won it.
Well, we don't really want to talk about that clusterfuck, because seriously, that was just terrible. The thing is, I believe they're building Cena up to equal CM Punk's reign the previous year. I don't see Cena losing the title anytime soon, especially not to someone like Ryback.
My sentiment exactly.
And it's a sad thing. Ryback had steam. He was someone that you could peg as WWE's next big star, but that quickly dwindled because of the fact that they just kept making him lose match after match after match, and he was supposed to get that win, that eventual win at Mania against Henry to sort of turn his luck around, and they took that away from him as well. So,
and then the heel turn.
Which for me, in my opinion, was badly managed. Up until I will say, up until now, though, because you get to see a bit more of him in the ring, being his dominant self. So we'll see what happens. As Peyton said, I'm not going to count him out entirely, but I just don't think it's going to happen.
All right, everybody voting Ryback is going to lose?
Yeah.
Pretty well.
All right. That'll just bring us into the plugs, because that's all the pay-per-view talk. First off, of course, Smark Out Moments Sign Me Up initiative. Bring a Smark Out Moment sign to any kind of a wrestling event and send me some kind of an evidence for it, and I'll put it up on the show. Keep watching the show, everybody. Check out Fanboys Anonymous and everything else. And that's it from me. So, Miguel?
Fanboys Anonymous, check out the upcoming, the next installment of 90s Kid Presents. I'm going to be reviewing a Dreamcast game. I'm not going to say which one yet. I'm going to be working on that this weekend, and then by Monday, I'm planning on Monday being when I upload the next article. making it a Monday thing. But yeah, that'll be popping up on Monday. Team Jester's Facebook page, because apparently I am the Colt Cabana to Chris Jester's CM Punk. So I figure I might as well plug that.
Comparing Jester to Punk is awful. Awful.
What?
Jester is no Punk. We'll call him You're always Kurt Hawkins to his Zack Ryder. There you go.
You're the Trent Beretta to his Zack Ryder.
Okay.
Who's AJ Lee?
All right, we'll go with that. But yeah, Fanboys Anonymous, 90s Kid presents.
All right, Burhan.
www.nerdgenius.com. The site's been revamped now. I'm going to be doing my next Wrestle Ramblings article up there. While you're up there, take a look at my article on Ryback and how I feel that his push has diminished and shortened the lifespan of his main event push. You can also check out my YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/TheNerdGenius, TheNerdGenius. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe to the Facebook page. And there's more content coming very, very soon. I've just uploaded 3 vlog videos talking about stuff like E3, Nintendo, and also where Jeff Jones is going to be heading after his Green Lantern run. So take a look.
Braden?
Okay, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's www.youtube.com/SpoodBeast for all the latest in Nintendo and gaming as we head into E3 2013 for the unveiling of Super Smash Bros. 4, which I will, of course, be doing coverage of once the event is finished. Follow me on Twitter @SpoodBeast. And, of course, as everybody else has stated, please visit www.fanboysanonymous.com for everything geek. Because everybody in this podcast will tell you that we contribute to there at least once, or every time we can post an article. It's a lot of fun. Support the website; it's really great. And speaking of supporting things, continue to support this show because I love contributing with Tony every week to give you wrestling coverage. And if it wasn't for people watching, we wouldn't be doing it.
You know what I'm ashamed of?
What?
The other day is when I finally realized that Spood Beast and Speed Boost, that connection.
Yeah, that it's flipped. That's how I created the name.
Yeah, it's as horrible as it is. I just thought of it the other day.
How did you get that name? Oh, okay.
I clicked under your latest Fanboys post, and I saw the image on it, and I was like, does that say Speed Boost? Oh, shit. It was just like, oh, come on. Oh, Brandon, throw us out there. I'm losing my voice here.
Sportaholics Anonymous. You can listen to me talk about sports for 2 hours every Wednesday on blogtalkradio.com/DreamElite, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all that other social media bullshit.
Yeah, be really active on his Angel Fire page and
on my Angel Fire page, and listen to us on Real Player and Blackberry Podcast.
Did you see that comment?
And
this is not Joss's page.
And check him out on your Commodore 64s if you can.
Did you see that Real Player comment that I think it was Awesome Piano Man? I can't remember for sure. It left. It was just Real Player. That was all comment.
Real Player. Who still uses?
Dude, I don't think I'll be able to do that. My copy of AOL 5.0 won't work with that site.
I know, right? You ran out of hours.
Yeah.
I think I got a CD I could lend you.
My 486 can't process it.
And Peyton.
Oh, well, if you're listening to this, I can assume that you are a fan of wrestling podcasts. And so I invite you to check out another wrestling podcast that I am a part of called Keeping Kayfabe, where wrestling is still real to us.
Damn it!
No.
They got all transformed.
Lag sucks when you're trying to do a 2-person catchphrase. But you can catch myself, you can catch Brandon and Mr. Burhan on there very regularly on Thursdays, 9 p.m. on that same station you heard before, blogtalkradio.com/DreamElite. That's Dream Elite Radio. We have a lot of other guests on from time to time, too. Tony actually joined us this week where we talked about a match from the Royal Rumble 2004, Brock Lesnar defending his WWE title against Bob Core Holly. Certainly a Matt classic filled with some of the greatest submission holds you will ever see in your life. So if you want to hear us ramble on about that match and a few other things, Thursday nights live every week, 9 p.m. blogtalkradio.com/DreamElite. That's the Thursday Night Wars. We are going head to head with TNA Impact on Spike. So we gotta take it to them. So join us for that, and also check out Newbie TV. That's www.new-b.tv. It's an original web channel I have where we create all types of entertainment for people who are fans of things like video games. Currently, we're in production of episode 2 for our series Two Oafs at Lawn Chairs. It's going to be called Newburgh City Stories, and it's basically taking Grand Theft Auto and bringing it to my hometown of Newburgh, New York. And if you don't know nothing about Newburgh, just Google it. You will see that it is in the top 10 most dangerous cities in New York, in all of the United States, actually. So
running shit.
Word.
And make sure you check out the Bob Core Holly page.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Our latest
that,
Facebook
man.
project is Bob Core Holly. Go to facebook.com/Bob Core Holly to check out all these stupid images I'm making of Bob Core Holly in mosh pits and singing songs and all those other things. And of course, all the things that you see around here, Fanboys Anonymous, Smark Out Moment. I got gameplay. You'll find me around on those things as well. So if you like my voice, follow it.
That does
And if it's
remind
not
me.
Bobcore,
That
it's
does
not
remind
hardcore.
me. I kind of forgot to actually put the websites on my plug. So fanboysanonymous.com to see my 90s kid reviews thing, and facebook.com/teamjester to see that webpage. I'm new to this whole plugs thing. Okay.
You're getting used to it.
He's administrative assistant of Mr. Jester.
That'll be
Unofficial butt wiper.
that'll be it for episode 80 then, everybody. Thanks for listening in or watching, whatever you kind of would classify this as. Next week, we will go over, obviously, who got the Ask Him right, and our usual hot tags, and the pay-per-view review results, and everything like that. And no specialty post because
for the win.
No specialty post because that's going to be the whole the image captions and all that other kind of stuff. But we'll give you an update of the Keeping Kayfabe and Smark Out Moment Fantasy League. Who got all the points and how I'm guaranteed to get fucking nothing this whole pay-per-view.
It's probably going to be Mike Burhan.
It probably is. So check out all that with episode 81, and we will see you next time, everybody. This has been another Smark Out Moment. We're being counted out. Adios.
5, 2,
Tori Mango Heat. 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 Looking at him, he's Tori Mango Heat. Nothing in the world seems so sweet. I'm not kind of gay, but I think he's fantastic. Look at Tony Mango because he never wears plastic. Mango Heat. Tony Mango Heat. Yeah, I'm done. I'm not Spanish.
There's no outro in there. You, in the middle of being Spanish, you forgot the word outro.
Outro. There you go.